tropics, but we've got a lot of activity here too.
Yeah, and it's all interconnected, Chloe. So as soon as Fred gets a little bit closer to us, not only does it feel more humid, lucky for us, but we're going to see a lot more rain chances. So here it begins, my friend. Heading out the door, our severe thunderstorm warning. The lone one is now west of us, west of our area. But these cells are bubbling up all over the place. And as you can see down to the south, that we are indeed still seeing a few clusters of thunderstorms, likely hearing some distant thunder in parts of Union County. You probably also hear it around Matthews and southeastern part of Mecklenburg County as well. But this is dying out. We're pretty much past the peak. But when we were at the absolute peak, that would be early to mid-afternoon. It was really about 3, 4 o'clock that I think it was most active in our skies. We had a lot of those storm reports. Well, we have what's called a cold pool. This little outflow boundary pushes out from one thunderstorm and it forms another one as it collides into that super warm air, because we had a high of 95 degrees today and it was also super soupy. Storms love that. So as long as this front is over on top of us, that's still going to spawn the storms. But since we are heading towards the sunset, we're losing some of that storm fuel. So here's what our Futurecast is picking up on. Here's 8 o'clock. Here's 9 o'clock. You're still going to have some hit or miss showers and storms, maybe to the northwest, to the southeast. But by the end of the evening, if you have any plans, if you're going to be up late from 11 to midnight, I think this is pretty much out of our hair. But then overnight tonight, lows dropping down into the lower 70s, pretty much where we have been for each and every morning this week. But we're also going to have some patchy, dense fog. It depends where you are. Visibility, Futurecast showing visibility is down below a mile, especially where it rained the heaviest in parts of Mecklenburg County, York County, Lancaster, and the Union County. So just keep that in mind. Visibility is not all that great as that sun is rising up. So tomorrow I have a high of 84 degrees. Look where we've been over the last 5 days. This is a big change, but it also comes with a price tag because we're going to have widespread rain that is supporting this cool down. So our Futurecast for tomorrow still showing a chance for storms, but I think today was more active as far as severe storms go. Maybe a few are going to bubble up during the afternoon. Really, when you have this environment, anything can go down as far as a strong or severe thunderstorm goes. But our upcoming rain chances really starting tomorrow are going to be likely through Wednesday, and that's all because of the remnants of Fred. Now, Fred looks like it's going to gain strength barely back into tropical storm status, back to tropical depression as it moves through Tennessee, but all that moisture that's associated with that is coming with it. So we're going to say goodbye to this front. It's slowly lifting its way off towards the north, still keeping some storms in the vicinity, but then watch very closely. You can see that moisture surging up from what Fred's going to do. That's where rain especially is going to be heavy the further west that you go, and our flash flooding threat is going to increase. So we're back to that medium level by tomorrow, and we're going to be sticking around that at least low to moderate criteria Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, because look at the amount of rain that could be coming from this. Seeing upwards to about 4 to 8 inches around Asheville, the western side of the Carolinas, about 2 to 4 on average across the Piedmont, Interstate 77 corridor, and then 1 to 3 inches further down to the southeast. But I mentioned Fred. We also had Tropical Storm Grace form today. This is another one that we have to keep an eye on. This looks to be more of a Gulf-driven storm. Could be tropical storm status here pretty much for the next 5 days. But then once you get to about Thursday, I think it's Saturday, that right now the long-range trend has us aiming towards Louisiana. Had quite the year last year. 7-day to 10-day forecast. The 80s are the reigning champion on this extended forecast. We've been stuck in the 90s. Now we're switching over to a little bit more of the cooler side, if you want to call it that. Definitely the coolest temperatures, though, Tuesday and Wednesday, where we're expecting widespread rain and overcast skies, as what's left over from Fred will be over the Carolinas.